and welcome to the Florida Person Podcast.
Florida person. Florida person. Florida person.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy Lunar New Year.
Oh, yeah, it's the Lunar Year.
Belated.
Man,
Belated.
every single one of these has been... Well, the Lunar New Year doesn't kind of last through the month a little bit? It's not just a one-day celebration. It lasts for a little while. It's a whole...
I started something I don't know anything about. Let's look it up.
You know what?
Let's find out.
I should know this. I know
As
what
I
year
said
it is.
that,
It's
I
the year
just
of the
realized I was
rabbit.
like, maybe I should have talked about Lunar New Year, and I'm not. That is not what I'm talking about today.
Yeah, it goes for a while. So it starts on January 22nd. So it started yesterday because we're recording this on January 23rd.
Yeah.
And it ends on February 5th with the Lantern Festival.
Oh,
so that sounds lovely.
And it's the bunny. It's the year of the rabbit.
Yeah, it's the year of the rabbit. So that's cool. I like I always think about the people who get a lame Lunar New Year animal, because I'm the horse, which is majestic and awesome, and there's also like the dragon, which is a great one to get.
Cool.
But then there's also the pig, you know.
I know that's me. I'm the pig.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Sucks,
the boar. The boar. It's like it either says boar or pig. Like
yeah,
I know.
Or there's
when
also
I'm
the
like,
rat.
It was very to make it even worse to be called the pig. When I was a little child and I would be bullied like so many little children are, I would be bullied because of my nose, because of my little like upturned nose. That I would be called pig nose. Pig nose.
That's so mean.
Me. And then I found out about, the Lunar New Year, and it was like, you're a pig.
I was like a horse girl growing up. I was a horse girl, and so was my sister, and we like rode horses, and we showed horses, and we were very into horses. So me having Year of the Horse, when we found that out, I was like, oh boy, I'm the horse. I'm the Year of the Horse. Yes, I am. My sister's the Year of the Snake, and she absolutely hated that I got the horse, and she was the snake.
Oh, wow. That is really, that's really funny.
Because, I mean, the snake can be pretty rad, snake can look cool and stuff in artwork and everything, but I think it devastated her that she was Year of the Snake and I was Year of the Horse. And then my mom was Year of the Dragon, and my dad too.
Oh, wow.
Oh
my gosh.
Everybody got like a pretty metal one.
Oh my gosh. The this is a fact about the Chinese zodiac legend for pig. It says, according to the myths, the pig was the last to arrive when the Jade Emperor called for the Great Meeting. Other sources said that Buddha called for the Great Meeting when he was about to leave Earth. The pig arrived last. So the term lazy pig comes from that incident.
Wow. Great. Great.
Oh yeah, because what is this? Another legend has it that the emperor organized a race to ascertain the order of the animals in the zodiac. The pig having not arrived long after all of the other animals, he was about to call it a day when an oink and squeal were heard. The term lazy pig comes from this incident. The pig had gotten hungry during the race, stopped for a feast, and then promptly fell asleep. And I guess that's why he was late. So lazy.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would also stop for a feast. I love a
I would
feast,
too.
And I would
it fits me.
I'll break for feasts.
Yeah, so it fits me perfectly. I would totally do that, and I have a little pig nose.
Aw, I love your nose. I think you got a great nose. And that's fine. That's fine.
Yes.
Hopefully I don't look too much like a horse, because...
No, unless you've changed drastically since I last saw you.
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure what animal I resemble. Maybe none. Maybe I don't look like any animal whatsoever. I look so human. Yeah, I'm so humanoid. That's a weird thing to say. Well, So what do we got this week? What do we got from you? I'm
From
assuming
me,
that it's another blast from the past.
it is. It certainly is. I was thinking about who died in history today,
Yeah.
and
Who
so
died?
I looked that up, and there's a really nice website called On This Day, and you can look up
Oh
all
yeah.
sorts of facts about different days and what happened that day. So I saw that this day in 1988, 89, January 23rd, Salvador Dali died of cardiac arrest at the age of 84 years old.
Oh,
And so I was
really?
like, "Ooh, Salvador Dali, he was an interesting humanoid. Let me look him up." And
Oh yeah.
I've
Let's get
been
some Dali facts.
yes, I've been to that museum in St. Petersburg. Have you been there?
I have not, but now that
It's
my parents
beautiful.
live in Tampa now,
You
we're not that
yeah,
far from St. Petersburg.
really
So hopefully
it's
next time I'm there, I can convince them to go to it.
it's really a beautiful
Doesn't St.
museum.
Petersburg have kind of a crazy amount of art museums and everything? It's
They
actually
do. Yeah, they
it's a
have
cool town.
another huge art museum, like something about glass. But the Salvador Dali Museum, I've been there. It's really, really beautiful. It's in St. Petersburg, and when I went there, I was wondering, like, what does this have to do with Salvador Dali? Did he live in St. Petersburg? Was he fond of St. Petersburg? What's the deal with St. Petersburg? Well, apparently St. Petersburg, Florida was like they had the most community support to take in this famous, huge Salvador Dali art collection from this couple, A. Reynolds and Eleanor Morse, and they
Oh,
had
okay,
been
cool.
collecting Salvador Dali paintings since 1943. In 1982, they opened that, and that's the place to find so many Salvador Dali portraits and sculptures and all sorts of things. So I found some facts about Salvador Dali. He not only did art on his own for his own reasons, but he also did commercial art too. So he did,
And commercial art's like a commissioned, I don't know,
yeah.
like
Well, he did,
mural or something like that.
everything from, like, magazine covers for Vogue, and, he was in a lot of commercials that are
Oh,
real
okay.
crazy, like, real nuts, but the most famous logo that he designed was the logo for the Chupa Chups lollipops.
Oh, I love
That's
those are the fancy lollipops.
Yeah, that's the logo that he designed. He wanted the logo to be at the top of the lollipop because usually they would put the logo on the sides of the lollipops, and he wanted the logo to be seen, and he said that that would always make it seen, which is 100% true
That's
because
true.
that logo, it's such a great design, and it's so, like, fun, and, like, when I think of lollipops, I think of that. It's, chupa, Spanish for sucking, I guess, and in the 1980s, an anti-smoking slogan, "Smoke Chupa Chups," was tried to attract further adult consumers. The company's current anti-smoking slogan is, "Stop smoking, start sucking," with certain
Okay.
packaging designed to parody cigarette packs. Some packages
Interesting.
parody the mandatory black and white warning labels of the European Union with the notice, "Sucking does not kill."
See, I'm
I
there
like
for
that.
people stopping smoking just because yes, we know it's very bad for you, and like finding something less bad for you to do in its place. I'm there for it, but I'm
Yeah,
not sure they are like rapid fire saying sucking a lot, and
yeah, yeah, that
I don't know if that sounds good. Just start
and
sucking.
and it's
Like,
just
ooh.
like yeah, and I don't know. I guess I don't know, replacing, smoking with sugar is like I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's not
I
necessarily
think it's kind of
better.
equal. I don't know, it's kind of like equal. You're gonna
Well, I
damage
mean,
your body in another way.
I I guess with it, you have to think when you're smoking heavily with cigarettes. you are smoking normally a lot of where I think a lollipop takes long enough to have, where it's actually usually a good alternative if you're trying not to have a lot of sugar, but you still want something sweet because you're going to be sucking on the lollipop for a while. And I don't know,
Yeah.
how many calories is in a lollipop? Really like 50 calories of sugar or something around there, 50, 75. So it's less than 100. So it's better than having a slice of cake. It's probably bad for your teeth, though, to just keep having the sugar hitting your teeth. But it's probably better than
But it's
smoking. Yeah.
and it makes it hard to resist with a logo designed by Salvador Dali. That's,
Yeah, I can picture that logo too. It's one of the few ones I don't think I can picture like a Tootsie Pop logo, but I could picture a Chupa.
yeah, so he also, designed this dream sequence in the Alfred Hitchcock movie Spellbound, starring, Gregory Peck and, Ingrid Bergman, and it's
Mm,
really incredible. It's really great.
yeah.
That movie is wonderful. Gregory Peck and Ingrid Bergman were such great actors, stars, and they also have, Isabella Rossellini, the actress and model, that's Ingrid Bergman's daughter,
More
and
Nepo
Gregory
babies.
yep, I went yep, and,
Yep. That's the connection we're
uh
making this year.
exactly, as nepo babies. Everybody's connected. And Gregory
Hmm. Hmm.
Peck, his grandson, Ethan Peck, plays, Spock in Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and he's really good. I love those 2 nepo babies. Isabella Rossellini is a freaking icon, and I like the way that Ethan Peck is playing Spock. Really like that new Star Trek show.
Cool. Great.
So,
Oh,
I'll
that's
take a break from those
well done
Salvador
then.
Dali facts, and I'll let you tell us something new. Tell us something new.
All right, we'll be back with some more facts. But in the meantime, so this is, let's see. Okay, here we go. This is from a few days ago. So it's still newsly news. January 19th, 2020. The headline reads, Stolen hot dog statue returned to West Virginia restaurant owner.
Oh, what?
And when you see it, you're gonna look at this hot dog statue and you're gonna go, I understand why they stole it because I want the hot dog statue too. It's pouring ketchup on its head, which is hilarious. It's got like a little
Ooh.
towel. It's got the mustard in one hand. It's got a pair of like dank sneakers on, and it's just squirting itself with some ketchup. And it looks
Oh
like
my
it's
god.
pretty big. It looks like a pretty big statue.
That
And
is
if I could take it, I would.
scary.
It's a little
That is
freaky. It would be
that
terrifying at
is
night,
really scary.
but I love
But if
it.
you're a
I do love
person
it.
that wants to steal statues, I mean, that's irresistible for, like, stealing and getting away with it and just
Yeah.
what the
That's
heck?
what I said. I would put that in my home. I would make room for it in my tiny apartment. So it says Charleston, West Virginia. The owner of a West Virginia restaurant that was heavily damaged by fire has had his coveted hot dog statue back. The Wiener Man statue was stolen from the Dairy Winkle in Campbell's Creek during a break-in sometime after the January 11th fire, the Kanawha County Sheriff's Office said in a news release. A tip led deputies to a location where the statue was found undamaged. It was returned to the restaurant owner, Carrie Ellison, the statement said. Investigators have not identified a suspect. Yeah, but you knew exactly where it was, so I feel like you know something that you're just not saying. You
Somebody
know who
knows
took this hot
something.
dog. You
Somebody
know who
knows
took this hot
something.
dog.
I
Investigators
like
have not identified a suspect and are seeking information about the theft.
oh my gosh. I really like the expression on its face. It's, like, in deep concentration, and it has this little hot dog tongue
Yeah.
sticking out, like, "I'm gonna get
Well,
this ketchup."
that's what the last line they made sure to end it on. The short statue depicts a hot dog licking its lips and holding a bottle of mustard while pouring a bottle of ketchup on its head.
Licking its lips.
And
You
that's
know
true.
what? I don't think it's licking its lips. I think it's like really
Yeah, the
focusing. It's
tongue
like,
isn't out.
"Ah." It's like, "Ah," like, "Ah."
I mean, it's doing something. It's making a moody face, and like it's in a state, that's for sure.
I
So
liked
there you go.
this when I looked up the photo, I found like this other photo accompanying a story with a man dressed up like a hot dog, and he's holding a sign that says "Return Wiener Man."
Well,
And
we're glad that this restaurant got its hot dog statue back. Don't go around stealing people's hot dogs. They mean something to them. Right? That's an
yes,
important piece of art. I think we're just doing art. That's the theme
it's a
of this episode. Salvador Dali and other works of art,
it's
like
a
the hot dog statue.
cherished novelty statue. Protect them, keep them
Hmm.
safe.
I mean, I'm a big fan. If I saw like a miniature one of that in a Goodwill or something, I would have to get it. Every once in a while,
Oh
I'll
yeah,
go
I
into
get.
Goodwill and I just look at the junk and I'm like, oh, I have to have that very weird thing. I have to have
Oh
it.
yeah, oh yeah. I think my favorite weird thing that I ever had that oh gosh, it broke, and that was a very sad
No.
day. I got it in a thrift store in Gainesville, and it was an egg, like a carved it looks like the size of an egg, and it's carved, like, out of wood, and it's open, and it had a little tiny tiger sitting inside of it, and then on the side of the egg, it said "Rachel," and I don't know what it meant. I don't know where I don't know where it came from. I really wish I could find out why that exists, because 'cause I've never seen anything like that again, and I've searched.
Sometimes with the really delicate stuff, I always wonder how did people donate it? Because every time I donate to Goodwill, it's a big garbage bag full of stuff that I throw in a bin. So did they wrap it up real nice? They were really
It
careful
was
about that donation?
Yeah, because it was like I mean, it was a carved egg, but it just had, like, this little tiger, like, sitting in it, like, lightly glued. It was very and hand painted on the side.
Hmm.
It looked like it was from some, I don't know, event or, like, a vacation destination that there were many of these eggs with animals in it, and then you buy it, and they're like, "We'll write your name on it. Rachel, if you're
Yep.
out there, please."
Rachel,
Let us
she
know.
had your egg. She had
I
the
had it.
egg.
I had
I
it.
had
The
it.
egg broke, but I do have the little tiny tiger, and it's like a little, like, ceramic tiger that's, like, painted tiger colors.
Hmm.
Gosh, it really makes me sad that that broke when I think of it.
Sometimes you just find some wild stuff. I have this one mug that I got at a Goodwill that just has this crazy person. It's like one of those mugs that you can get your picture on, and it just has this crazy man's like picture on it,
Oh my
like a
gosh.
very unflat. It looks like a mug shot, and then it says "my mug shot," and then it has a cat as the
Okay.
handle. It's like, what is going
What?
on?
What?
I don't
Oh my
know anything
gosh.
about it. But it's an insane mug, and I will treasure it forever. I keep my pens in it because I
Oh
want
my
to see it. I want
gosh.
it to
That's
be out on
great.
my desk.
That's
you know?
really great. That's a real find there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm only here for. I will go into a Goodwill and I'll be there specifically. Like I need like some sweaters. I need some warm clothes because now it's winter and I don't have
Yeah.
anything. And then just walk out with a bunch of crazy junk that
Oh,
I found
yeah.
in the junk section.
I go to the junk section and I go to the record section. There
Mm.
was a record that I found that is a tribute album to Elvis Presley, another character that comes up on this podcast a lot. That's called Welcome Home Elvis, and it's like a bright
Mm.
yellow album, and then it's like the guy, I think his name is Billy Burnett, and then up it's like Graceland is in the clouds. It's like real crazy.
Nice. I love a crazy record. If I had more wall space, I would buy more of those and frame them and just have a crazy record wall.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, they make
We
the
might do
record
that.
frames. I don't even think they're that expensive, and then you can just use them as wall art
It's
because,
like
of course, you
walls.
want to look at them. I want to look at them.
Yeah,
I don't really want to listen to them, but I want to look at them.
I wanna look at them too, yes. Alright, so some more facts about Salvador Dali.
Let's
Da
go.
Dali's parents believed he was his older brother reincarnated. So you're
What?
gonna end up with a real interesting person if that's the case.
Yeah, you're really
Dali
gonna start shaping that kid.
Dali was born just 9 months after his older brother died of gastroenteritis at just 22 months old. When the artist was 5, his parents took him to the grave of his older brother and told him that they believed he was his brother's reincarnation. They had even
Hmm.
given him his brother's name, Salvador. Throughout his
Hmm.
life,
I
Dali
don't know.
reflected on his relationship with his brother, even saying once, "We resembled each other like two drops of water, but we had different reflections." He was probably a first version of myself, but conceived too much in the absolute. And he explored
Hmm.
this concept of double identity in Portrait of My Dead Brother in 1963, which features an image
Hmm.
of a young man meant to be his brother, created from cherries, because that's how Salvador Dali would do things.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was kind of a dick move on part of his parents. Like, you can think that and be like, "Oh, it's like really nice that, like, like if one person exits, another enters, and you have
We're
that."
just
But
gonna give you the name.
to just be like, "Nah, you're just our dead kid." That's a lot to put on a kid. I don't know. I don't know that that's right. My parents have a couple of friends who have a dog named Canterbury, and he's like the sixth Canterbury they've had. They just
What?
keep buying the same dog, like type of dog. It's like one of those
What?
water dogs, like the water Shelties, or I don't know. I don't even know what the brand of dog is. It's the same dog every
You
time.
know,
They buy them from like breeders, and then every single time they just name the dog the same thing. And that is so
that's
weird.
that reminds me of that dog. Well, the dogs that murderer weirdo Robert Durst had. He kept getting those what was it? It was like a Alaskan Malamute, and he would always have one. It would always be named Igor, and
Yeah,
they're
my
pretty
mom
sure that he
thinks
was
that
killing. They
maybe.
think that he was killing the dogs.
Oh no. My
Yeah.
mom thinks that because these people are like insanely wealthy, my mom thinks that maybe they just keep getting the dog cloned again, because you can do that. You
Oh
can
my
just go
gosh.
clone it. You can, if you have enough money. Barbara Streisand like clones her dog all the time,
Oh, yes, she
so
did.
it's
There is
possible.
a, I think the special is on Netflix with Barbara Streisand, and it is my favorite thing how my favorite thing I think, I don't know, someone has done in a concert, because like, towards the end, she sings this, like, tribute song to that dog, and it's just,
Mhm.
like, a slideshow of pictures of her dog, and I'm like, "That's exactly what I would do." I would
Yeah, I'm
totally
fine
do
with
that.
that. I'm fine with that. I would go to that concert, actually.
Oh
Just
my
knowing that, I'd be
gosh.
like, yes, that's right up my
That's
alley.
right up my alley.
What are
Oh
some
yeah,
more Dali facts?
Robert Durst had 7 of those Malamutes that he named Igor, and they all
Hmm.
died mysteriously of different things within 6 months of him owning them. So, he was
Oh,
definitely
okay. I
killing
don't
those
like
dogs.
that.
No,
What a
they
weirdo.
did not, include that in that, my favorite documentary series, The Jinx. They did not include that because I guess,
Hmm.
if you're a dog killer, you're not so funny anymore.
No, no, that's one of the worst crimes, honestly. Like, I think
Yeah,
John Wick thinks so too.
yeah. So, there was a you know, this guy was a real weirdo. So, he did a lot of great art, but he had some, like, weird ideas about things.
Hmm.
And I guess, he really was kind of like a supporter of the Spanish dictator, Francisco Franco. He
Ooh,
met him several times. He did a portrait of him. And then
ooh.
it says he also had a sexual fascination with Hitler. And I was like, "What
Say
does
what
that
now?
mean?" He had a
Yeah.
sexual
What?
fascination with Hitler. And so then
No.
I looked that up, and he does have an he's got a painting that he did in 1973 called Hitler Masturbating.
Oh, that's interesting. That's
And It's
I don't know, man.
it's, yeah, it's like, his back is to the viewers, and I guess it's, like, in the snow, and it looks like Hitler's in an armchair, and you really can't see anything. I mean, it looks like, you're like, "Oh, I guess he is masturbating," and then the
But I guess
armchair
the
is like
name is to tell us exactly
yes.
what Hitler's doing there.
Yes. The
Yeah,
horses,
no confusion.
the armchair is kind of turning into horses, and so, some people view it as something that is supportive of Hitler, like, to make him human, and then some people are like, "We think it's just a dirty joke." So, I
I
guess
hope
with
it's just a
art
dirty joke.
yeah, I mean, it looks really funny, it looks really ridiculous. I like to think that it's a dirty joke.
Yeah, I'd rather have
Hopefully
that than it being like, I wanted Hitler to have something fun going on in his life.
yeah,
Like,
no.
nah, nah.
Yeah, that's all I was able to discover after my, 3 minutes of research because I really don't wanna, like, research more about Salvador Dali's sexual fascination about Hitler because I don't wanna have those ideas in my
That's a
mind, I
hole
don't
you
wanna
don't want to
the
have. You don't
images
want that
yeah,
history on your computer either. You don't
yeah.
want the Google to be listening to you.
No,
So
exactly, I know, right? I'm gonna have, like, YouTube
you're,
videos that are gonna be, like,
yeah, you're gonna get put
promoted
on
to
a
me.
list.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
gosh. Yeah. But, that museum is really beautiful. They have a artificial intelligence Salvador Dali that you can see that, like, comes over and talks about his art that they, like, trained with all of
Oh,
his
that's pretty cool.
speeches and lectures, and that's very
I
interesting. There's a
wonder what
video.
would happen if you asked the Salvador Dali AI about his like sexual fascination with Hitler.
Oh my
If it
gosh.
would be like, oh, we're not gonna, no, thank you, I don't want to go into that, or if it's like, well, actually,
Actually, let me tell you.
yeah,
Thank
let's
you
see
for
how
asking.
well programmed it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Ugh.
that is that are some those are some Salvador Dali facts.
Mm-mm. Well, all right. So now we know. I know far more than I ever knew about Salvador Dali, who died on this day. Is that what it was?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He's no longer
Died
with us,
January
sorry.
23rd. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's that was a while ago too. That was like in '89. So if you didn't know by now, now you do.
Sorry, I
Sorry
didn't mean
about
to
it.
surprise you, Guy.
Yeah, we didn't mean to slam that one into you today, but now you know, along with some other facts, and some are better than others. You know, some are better
Yeah.
than others, but they're all
Mhm.
interesting, and
Yeah.
that's what we're going for. All right. Well, we always like to end on a nice Florida story. The Florida
Yay.
well was a little dry this week, so I reached back into the past. And boy, it's not as far as you normally go because it's from June 12th, 2012. So,
Oh, okay.
like a
That's
decade ago. It's not
yeah,
that
that's
long
like
ago.
that's yeah, I go back farther than that.
Yeah, and this is coming from CBS News by Barry Leibowitz, and it's from the crime section. Man with cat denied entry by Florida strip club, comma,
What?
arrested.
What huh? How
It
did
has a
that get
picture
out of
of the cat
hand?
too, and it's a cute
What?
cat. And I refuse to believe that this cat wasn't being polite enough to be let into a strip club, especially a Florida
How
strip club.
does
Please.
how does one go from being not admitted to a strip club because of a cat and then you get arrested for it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where you're not supposed to bring any animals into a strip club. It's just a little weird to bring your cat into it, especially and like insist on it. So this is a nicely stylized article, and well, let's go through it. So Murdoch, Florida, a man walks into a strip club with a cat. Dot dot dot. Ha! Please don't tell me you've heard this one. Everett Lags tried to enter a
Oh.
Murdoch, Florida strip joint last week with a kitten, but when they were both refused entry, he repeatedly called 911.
Oh my
Deputies
god.
arrest. So he called 911 and they came and arrested him.
Ha
Um,
ha ha ha
Deputies arrested Lags, I think it's Lags, Lages, Legs, for misusing 911 and on other charges. Can we direct you to the Pussycat Lounge instead?
Oh
according to
gosh.
According to CBS affiliate
Pussycat Lounge.
WTSP, deputies were called to the Emerald City Gentlemen's Club in Murdoch on South Florida's Gulf Coast shortly after 9 p.m. last Tuesday after the owner told Laggies, 47, to leave with the kitty. Instead, Laggy sat down outside the business and called 911.
What? This is like, what?
This is peak Florida, man.
This guy,
We
this
peaked
guy
in
had to be
2012.
arrested for other things because this guy.
This isn't his first rodeo, I don't think.
No.
When the deputies spoke with Laggies, they noticed that he appeared intoxicated. Yeah, no shit. Of course he did. They told him he needed to leave the premises and assisted in calling a taxi for him. When the taxi arrived, Laggies wouldn't cooperate with the driver. Instead, he began yelling and causing a disturbance and insisted the club owner had committed a crime by denying entry to him and the cat. He kept on calling 911 on his cell phone, even though the deputies were already on the scene. So just really, just going nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Laggies was placed under arrest and had to be forcibly restrained, WTSP reported. He was booked into the Charlotte County Jail on charges of misuse of the 911 system, disorderly intoxication, trespassing after warning, and resisting arrest without violence. He was being held on $4,000 bond. The kitten is reportedly in the custody of animal control. So they both basically went to jail.
Yeah, they both went to jail. Jeez, you know what? You need to get, if nothing else, just keep it together for your cat.
Yeah, keep it together for the kitty. I did once see a man, and this was in Florida. We were in a Home Depot, and he had a kitten. It was a kitten in like a little harness on a leash, and the guy just had him like chilling on his arm. And this was the chillest kitten I've ever seen in my life. And I guess people take their dogs into Home Depot all the time because it's kind of just a big old warehouse. So no one was giving him any problems, but everybody was like, wow, that cat is so chilled out.
My favorite emotional support animal I saw at a business was a little cockatiel on the shoulder of like this older woman, and she was mad and she was yelling at the customer service representative about a frame, and she was yelling, and then the cockatiel was going
yeah, it's hard to take you seriously, ma'am, when your bird is going nuts, and the bird you brought into this business is going nuts as well.
And it was like he was supporting what she was saying. Like she would say something like, "This frame is supposed to be this price," and he's like, "Yeah."
But still ridiculous.
Yeah.
I did see a dog the other day, and they usually wear the vests that say, support animal or working dog or something, do not pet. It was one of those vests that it was that kind of like official style, but it just said happy dog.
What is this? Wear your uniform.
I was like, that's just a happy dog on the case. There we go. Not working or nothing. Just out and about in its little sweater. I'm into it.
That's cute. Oh, gosh.
If that was you, let us know. I was, because those are usually a deterrent because you want to go up and pet the dog, but then they're working. You're not supposed to do that while they're working. But this dog was not working.
Oh, this dog's like, it's my day off. It is my day off.
Dog. I'm just a happy dog today. I'm not a business dog at all. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So just, there's a word of warning from the past. Just be cool. If you got a chill cat that wants to go, see some titties or whatever, maybe just put on a film for them.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowed in there.
No place to bring a cat.
No place to bring. I don't think you should bring your bird or dog or anything into the strip club.
Yeah,
I've been
birds...
to like one strip club in my life, and I don't think even humans were supposed to be in there. It was pretty gross.
And birds like can't stop like voiding their body of waste.
Yeah,
They do that every 5 minutes.
And they're so goofy. They're just like bobbing their heads, and no one will ever take you seriously with a goofy bird.
I know, gosh.
Like, who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? So I guess that's that. You learned about Dali. One of the facts was kind of fact. And you heard about this kitty. And we're all rooting for everybody to have their own hot dog statue if that's what you're going for.
If that's what you want, make it yourself. You can be an artist.
Yes, make it. Don't steal.
Make it. You can make it yourself. Like Dali made all that art. Don't just steal other weird arts. Make your own.
Yeah. Take a look at Goodwill. They got stuff. They got the stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll come across a hot dog statue at Goodwill.
Well, yeah, we believe you. We believe in you. And you know what? We'll also see you next time here on the Florida Person Podcast, your home of the weirdest news on the internet.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Florida Person. Florida Person. Florida Person.